Not another video telling me about how social media is ruining my brain. Well, yeah, obviously. But what if I told you it's also making you ugly? Yeah, I've got your attention now, haven't I? Okay, so I am one to talk, which is why I'm so passionate about this subject, because I am addicted to social media and my phone. I can literally feel it in my bones. Like when I go to pick up my phone and I know I shouldn't be going on it, I'm like, like an addict. And then when I do pick it up and I start scrolling through all of the videos, I can hear the voice in the back of my head. Like, what are you doing? You have so much to do. Why are you listening to this? You're not actually learning anything. You're watching loads of shit. Like, this is wasting your life away. Yeah, blah, 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 blah. We've heard it all before. Okay, so question. What do you think of when you think of an addict? Okay, this is what Google says. Addicts are often characterized by a persistent lack of control over their substance use or behaviors, leading to compulsive engagement despite negative consequences. This can manifest as a constant craving for the substance or behavior, difficulty stopping use, and a willingness to continue despite experiencing harm. Additionally, addicts may exhibit changes in personality, behavior, and social interactions, along with potential withdrawal symptoms when attempting to reduce or stop use. You're probably thinking, bullshit. Anyway, key qualities of an addict: loss of control. Like, just for example, when you're scrolling and you know you shouldn't be, you should be doing other things. That's loss of control. Increased tolerance. So you're like, oh, it's fine. You just start off with Instagram and then you got TikTok and now you're just scrolling for ages and you're trying to tell yourself that it's okay, but it's not okay because you're wasting your life away. Been there. Withdrawal symptoms. Have you ever lost your phone before? I lost my phone last year. And when I first lost it, I obviously didn't have any of my social media apps. And I was a bit like, what am I supposed to do with myself? It's like a weird feeling. You kind of want to reach for that to comfort yourself. Withdrawal symptoms. Anyway, denial and rationalization. You're like, oh yeah, but I'm connecting with people. I'm learning new things. You're in denial, babe. You're in denial, babe. Emotional dysregulation. I don't know about you, but sometimes, I'll go into this in a bit more detail, but like if I go on my phone in the morning and scroll in the morning, I feel all kinds of fucked up for the rest of the day. And I'm not being dramatic, I actually do. It definitely is emotional dysregulation. Social isolation, you know, like when you're hanging out with your friends and everyone's on their phone. Like back in the day, our parents, they would have spoken to each other. They would have like been bored and then got into a new topic of conversation rather than everyone just scrolling on their phones, not hanging out with each other. Yeah, I would say social isolation is a real one. Changes in personality and behavior. Have you ever met people who only speak in TikTok? Like, I can be guilty of this as well, but I've noticed it so much, especially younger people, no offense, younger people, but it's like a whole personality. How would these people be if social media didn't exist? Interesting. Financial problems, yeah, because you're just scrolling and buying stuff on the TikTok shop that you don't even need. And it says health problems. I guess if you're avoiding looking after yourself, that could be a health problem. Also just like not going outside, getting sunlight, doing exercise, drinking water, because you're just scrolling on your phone. Sound familiar? Okay, so you're not doing crack, but the effects of consistent social media use can affect our brain and body in such a significant way that some might argue it is almost as bad. Maybe not as bad, but you know what I mean. Thing is, we just don't really fully see it or understand the effects this is having on us yet, because we are the first generation of human beings to have this consistent access to social media, to the internet, to like just taking in so much information all at once. Not to mention like the dopamine hits it gives you, but that's like so complicated. We're just talking about why it makes you ugly, and I'm getting there. Okay, so before I fully go into all the negatives, I understand there are some positives of using your phone, like using the app, social media in general, like connection, inspiration, learning new things. Just like an escape from reality is quite nice sometimes, but If we break these positives down, you're connecting to more people online than you are in real life. You're inspired by people, but you're rarely taking action. You're learning all of these new things, but you're rarely ever trying anything. And you only need a break from reality because you're not doing any of the things that you need to do in order to make your life something that you don't want to escape from, because you're wasting time on your phone. See? We're getting somewhere. Our phones are quite literally stealing our lives away. So let's just have a look at my screen time. My average screen time is 5 hours. Honestly, it's been more before, but I'm like obviously aware of it and I'm trying to change. But 5 hours is still quite a long time to be spent looking at your phone. So if we put this into perspective, 5 hours times 7, so that's 35 hours a week. That's like a full-time job, guys. Times 52 for the weeks in the year. So that's 1,820. Let's divide that by 24. So that's 75 days of the year I'm spent on my phone. And that's 5 hours screen time a day. That's 75 days of the year. Have I got that maths correct? Because I actually didn't think it was going to be that bad. Okay.
5 times 7 times 52 divided by 24 hours. Yep.
75 days with a 5 hour screen time. 75 days of the year I'm spent looking at my phone. Please do the calculations because actually that makes me feel sick. That makes me feel sick. I really need to do something about this. Oh, fuck me. Think of all the things you could be doing with 75 days. Like, imagine a fairy came along and was like, I'm going to gift you 75 days extra this year to make something cool, do something creative, achieve that goal you've wanted to do. Because we all have that excuse. I don't have enough time. I don't have enough time. Yeah, you do, but it's being sucked away by this. I bet you have a dream or something you've always wanted to try or something that you need to organize or sort out, and you're just lying to yourself, telling yourself that you don't have any time. But the numbers don't lie, my friend. If we just put our phone down half the amount of time, think of all the things we could get done, divided by 2. Say I'm still spending 2.5 hours a day on my phone. That gives me 37 days back to do something different. And also think about it like this. While you're scrolling, wasting your time, you're making someone else money. Like the apps, the creators, the brands, the adverts, the junk that you buy that you don't even need just on a whim because you saw someone say, this is the best thing I've ever tried in my life. They're making money from it. It's bullshit. Anyway, the real question, how does it make you ugly? Well, being a sexy human comes down to so many different aspects, but I think we can all agree that when someone is confident and they ooze confidence, that is hot. Studies have shown that those who scroll excessively on social media feel exponentially less confident in themselves than those who don't. Now, this is probably because you're constantly scrolling through all of these things that you think are real, like all of these creators who have absolutely everything under the sun that you think that you want, or people who have great relationships, or some gorgeous girl heavily filtered on a beach. And even though you don't realize you're doing it, this constant comparison digs at your self-worth and makes you question who you are as a person. Like, do I need all of that really expensive stuff to feel confident and amazing? Do I need to be going on holiday to this bougie place to make my life feel worthwhile? Should I be speaking like this girl because she has 1 million followers? Or do I need a nose job because this girl got a nose job? Like, it's like, you're constantly scrolling through all these heavily filtered highlight reels. Everyone's got like FaceApp or a fucking TikTok filter on, and you're taking that in and you're comparing yourself and you're thinking that you're not good enough, when in reality, those people are just like you. And you need to remember that when you go outside, how often do you see like person after person after person that makes you feel less than yourself? You don't, because it's not fucking real. So yeah, confidence. If you stop scrolling on social media, your confidence is going to go up. And then if your confidence goes up, people are going to feel that, people are going to see that, and you're automatically going to be hotter. I also really want to be more confident. Like when I look at someone and they're so authentically themselves, I'm just like, yes, slay. It's not about like their outfit or their makeup or what they have. It's just who they are as a person. That's hot. In the words of Paris Hilton, that's hot. It is. Another factor, success is sexy. And when you're constantly scrolling, wasting your time, looking through all of this bullshit on your phone, you're neglecting those hopes and dreams that you have for yourself. You're neglecting your future success. I mean, like, do you want to start a business? Do you want to slay a hobby? Do you want to, like, achieve a certain goal in your fitness? This is sucking the opportunity to achieve those goals out of your soul. I'm talking to myself as I'm talking to you, okay? Because, like I said, guilty. So, how do we break free? Personally, my number one tip I can give to everyone is do not scroll in the morning. Like, if you can stay off your phone that first hour of the day, that first 2 hours of the day, I can guarantee you're going to be way less more likely to keep reaching for the phone, to get sucked into that world. It's kind of like, you know how they say you shouldn't eat sugar in the morning because then for the rest of the day you're going to want to keep having that sugar. I see that as the same for social media. If I go on social media in the morning, it's like the first thing I do when I wake up, then all day I'm just reaching back for that dopamine hit. Whereas if I start my day off without it, then I'm reaching for it less throughout the day. And that's not to say you can't enjoy it still in the evening or something, or when you've got everything you need to get done, but it's so good to just start off on a fresh state of mind, and it works for me. It works for me, so it worked for you. If you're like me, and sometimes you just like need something to wake you up in the morning, I feel like social media just wakes me up a bit. Just like read a book instead, or like put the TV on in the background, or if you can, go for a walk, go do some yoga, just do something, like plan to do something in the morning so you don't reach for the phone. I use reading as like a way for me to break my social media addiction, but now I'm like addicted to reading, which isn't that bad, but I also can't stop. So pick something that is healthy. Another good thing to do is set yourself a time limit on the apps. I mean, I know loads of us have probably tried this and we just press that button like later, give me more minutes, give me more time, blah, 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 blah. But commit to yourself, like I'm not going to do that. Another thing, instead of just using the screen time thing on your phone, is getting another app. Like I used Opal for a bit, and it comes up with motivational quotes when you've reached your limit. Kind of works a bit better for me. Also, another tip, you know the do not disturb thing on your phone? This bit, you can do focus. I made one called no distractions, and the only thing that comes through is my WhatsApp and phone calls, so I don't get any notifications for any social media app, and I pretty much have that on all the time. Because even any notification that comes through, even if it's not from a social media app, it lights up your phone and you're like ding, and then you're looking, and then you're on your phone, and then da da da, before you know it you're like half an hour deep into like a doom scroll. But yeah, if you set up no distractions, no notifications, that honestly helps so much. My favorite tip is if you're thinking, well, what am I going to do instead of scroll? Make a list. I made a list. Things to do instead of scroll. So I've got read a book, meditate, yoga, go to the gym, go for a walk, go to a class, cook something new, colour in, learn the lyrics to a song, make a playlist, sort out a camera roll, sort out your laptop, do your washing, do some chores, create outfits, tidy up, organize something, deep clean something, work an hour on your business, start a new hobby, crocheting, reach out to people that you haven't like spoken to in a while, make a vision board, learn to play an instrument, learn a dance routine, do some gardening, learn how to DJ, learn Spanish. Like there's so many things that you can do instead of scroll, and I bet you already know what you're doing. You just have to think back to when you was 10 years old. I'm 30, so maybe some of you will have to be younger, 5 years old. We didn't have phones. Like we didn't even really like have computers. We had a family computer. So the rest of the time I was just like hanging out, being bored, getting creative, playing with my Bratz dolls, coloring in, you know, just like connect with your inner child and do something that they would have done. Or just be bored. Just sit in boredom and see what comes to you. Just don't pick up your phone. I saw a girl on TikTok try this, and she took a photo on day one And then she did 7 days no social media, and she took a photo on day 7 and she just looked brighter. Obviously, when you're achieving things and you're working on yourself, that oozes out. Again, back to the confidence, it oozes out of you. I just had a thought as well. Next time you're out on the train or like just waiting around somewhere in a restaurant, look around at everyone glued on their phones like this, and their faces kind of go as well. Like, do they not just look so weird and dystopian and like disconnected? Do you want to look like that? No. Hot people have good posture. Hot people have thoughts of their own in their brain. Hot people observe. Next time you're in a social situation, have a look around and look at everyone on their phone. Watch someone watching TikTok. It's not hot. I'm only circling this back to like being hot, looking sexy, like being cool, because most of the time people won't do anything to change themselves unless it comes from a place of vanity. Sorry to be a little bit of a bitch right now, but it's true. Like, you know, when you go to the gym because you want a sexy body, and then you start working out more and you realize like this isn't really just about like looking a certain way. This is about the feeling that I get from it. This is about how my mind works. This is about like learning discipline. I'm kind of giving you that inspiration now with getting off of your phone, because it can start from a place of vanity, because you are going to look better if you put the phone down and stop scrolling, because you're going to start working on yourself. You're going to start keeping promises to yourself. You're going to kind of create your own vision of who you are rather than what you think you should be from all of the content that you're taking in from other people. Oh, sorry. Camera died. Now I have a cat. What was I saying though? Most people won't ever do anything to better themselves unless it's gonna make them look good. Although this specifically will benefit your mind, your life, your finances, your health, everything like that, most people won't put the phone down because why? If it's not gonna make me look hot, then why would I do it? Right, Smush? I'm not telling you to cut it out cold turkey, because I would be such a hypocrite to tell you to stop going on your phone. But what I am saying is maybe just cut the time in half. Like, write that list of things that you could be doing instead of scrolling. And then every time you feel the urge to go for your phone, do one of those things on the list. Or like I said, in the morning, just don't go on your phone for the first hour of the day and see how it makes you feel. Because I can guarantee you, if you do 1 week, 2 weeks, a month, 2 months, 3 months, whatever it is, actively deciding that you're going to be going on social media less, deciding that you're going to start like doing the things that you promise yourself you're going to do, in 3 months time, you're going to be hotter. And that's what made you click on this video, because you want to look hotter. You will look hotter if you just like do something. Like, just do something. Stop comparing yourself to other people. Try something new, learn a hobby, you know? Like, make yourself a better person rather than giving all of your time, your energy, your power to this stupid little device. You, honestly, you're gonna be thanking me for it. Oh my gosh, look at this baby smushy bear. Oh my goodness. Look, he doesn't go on the phone all the time, and he's just the best boy in the world. Or you know what, sometimes you could just like stare at your cat for half an hour. That's way better than scrolling on your phone. Look how much joy he's having right now. He's just a baby. He's just a baby. Anyway, thanks for watching my video. Fuck knows what I've just been talking about for the last half an hour that I've been filming. But you know what? At least I'm not on my phone and I'm trying to do something that I promised myself I would do. So yeah, inspiration. Go fucking do something, guys. Go freaking do something and look hot doing it. Freaking men. Say bye, Smoosh. Everyone say goodbye to Smoosh. Oh, he's just so cute. Look how cute.